What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we're going to be checking out some battles submitted to the channel by a member of the community, KevenSaludares. So shout out to him. Thank you for sharing these battles with us. He is a Twitch streamer, so you guys can go check out his channel. Links down in the description to that. Also, huge congratulations, Kevin, on winning your regional tournament. That is a huge milestone. I understand how important, how challenging that tournament is for the Sylph Arena, so huge congrats, man. Now, with today's team, we're going to see Shadow, Nidoqueen, Scrafty, and Azumarill. Scrafty, I think, has always been very strong in this meta with Galarian, Stunfisk, and Bastiodon. Nidoqueen obviously is a huge counter to Azumarill, and Azumarill is obviously one of the best safe swaps in the Great League. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this team in these battles, and let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, getting into this first battle here, we have Nidoqueen on the lead versus Ferrothorn. Interesting matchup right here. We'll have to see how this plays out. I'm curious to see if he's going to go for these Poison Fangs or Earth Power right here. Charge move now coming through from the Ferrothorn. This is going to be that Power Whip, doing quite a bit of damage as well, but they're going to go ahead and let it go. Nidoqueen able to survive right here, and they are going for the Earth Power. This is going to do a lot of neutral damage. Remember that Grass Steel typing right there. That lands as well, which means they're going to be able to get to this Poison Fang right here. No, another Power Whip coming through. Probably going to throw up a shield right here, but let's see what they decide to do. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and throw a shield. It's actually going to be a mirror shot right here, and then able to get to the Poison Fang in time. This will definitely be enough damage to take it out, and if the Ferrothorn decides to shield, obviously Nidoqueen can farm down with poison jabs. So we'll have to see what decides to come in, and it is going to be a Sableye right here. So they have Azumarill and Scrafty. Scrafty is going to be a better answer right up front because of that Dark Ghost typing, where Foul Play is going to be really pressuring right here. Plus, it's going to have to land a return, and it's going to be massively resisting that Foul Play because of the Fighting Dark typing. We do see a shield right there as well, and we are going to see a Mandibuzz in the back. So double Dark in the back, which is pretty cool. Azumarill can handle this very well. Both Ice Beam and Play Rough will be doing super effective damage because of that Dark Flying typing, and Mandibuzz can still put up a fight against Azumarill to chunk health, basically soften it up. So we'll have to see if Sableye can close this game out for the opponent, or if Kevin can hold on with his own Scrafty. So we will see Azumarill overload on energy, and going to go ahead and go for Play Rough right here. This is going to be doing super effective damage and likely getting a shield from the opponent, which it does right there. So they definitely want to try to maintain this matchup. And we'll have to see if Sableye can pull it out. No shield again as well. We know Scrafty is going to be the win condition right here for Kevin. And I believe this is an XL Azumarill. It's tanking these charge moves like an absolute boss. So here comes another Play Rough right here. It's not going to be enough to KO. And we do see a swap now into the Sableye, a Shadow Sableye at that. So there is actually no return at all. So Power Gem not going to be enough. We will see the Scrafty now come in, which means it's going to be resisting Foul Plays and Power Gem because of its typing right here. So the Foul Play will be enough to take it out, and that is going to be a good battle. I just assumed it was a return Sableye. I wasn't really paying attention the first time it was out. But good game, very well played right there. Alright, moving into this next battle. We have Nidoqueen on the lead versus Altaria. Interesting matchup right here. Let's see how he decides to play it out. He's going to go ahead and stay in. Poison Fangs and Poison Jabs are going to be doing neutral damage. Again, with Poison Fang, it's a 100% chance to lower your opponent's defense, which means Poison Jabs, the fast move, are going to be doing massive damage right here. So the defense drop, and this Nidoqueen is going to be tearing through this Altaria right here. Altaria is going to have to switch out because you guys are about to see how much damage these Poison Jabs are doing. They're deciding to stay in, able to get to another Poison Fang in time. This might get a shield from the opponent. Otherwise, they may be able to completely farm down before it gets to a Sky Attack. They do get a shield right there, which is very nice, but the defense is gone. Can he get to another one in time? No, they're probably going to let this go right here. Giving up both shields this early is going to be yeah, they're going to go ahead and let it go. Probably coming with the Azumarill. Yeah, they're going to come in with that Azumarill. Bubble down because bubbles are resisted, and they're also going to be resisting Dragon Breath. They can fully farm down and have loaded energy for the back line. So let's see what decides to come in. It's going to be an Azumarill mirror, which means something in the back may be weak to Azumarill, which could also mean that it's maybe weak to Scrafty as well. So Scrafty, again, looking very strong in this matchup. So we'll have to see how this plays out. Also, keeping Scrafty away from Azumarill is always nice, which means they definitely don't have a counter in the back, right? If Altaria was on the lead and Azumarill is right here, they're not going to have 3 counters really to a Scrafty. So this is definitely looking very strong. Play Roughs are definitely ideal in this matchup. It's the only move that does neutral damage from an Azumarill as of right now. Hydro Pump, right, resisted because of that water typing. Ice Beam resisted because of that water typing. So we'll see them just keep going for play roughs right here, and things are looking very, very good. I imagine there's going to be a Galarian Stunfisk if I had to take a guess in the back. But we shall see. Another charge move coming through. They're going to go ahead and let this go. Again, Scrafty with his shield should be able to close this game out. And they're not going to swap. And we do see that is Defense Form Deoxys, actually. So this is going to still be a close match right here. All 3 of the Pokemon able to do decent against the Scrafty. We're gonna see a shield on this first one. It is gonna be Thunderbolt, which is a nice shield right there, which means they're probably rocking Thunderbolt and Rock Slide potentially. Maybe no Psycho Boost. They could still have Psycho Boost and just not have thrown it right away. And they do get a shield right there, so hopefully they can get to another foul play in time. Can they get to it? Yes, they can. This is gonna be doing super effective damage, but I imagine Defense Form Deoxys might be able to take it out with the charge move, so it's gonna be up to Azumarill in order to close this game out. Yeah, Defense Form Deoxys able to get that charge move. Whether it's Psycho Boost or Thunderbolt, it is going to be the Psycho Boost. Not enough to take it out. Scrafty able to hold on. And Azumarill can bubble down right here. And this is going to come down to the wire. Azumarill versus Azumarill. Can he get to the play rough? No, the opponent decided to surrender right there. All right, good game. Very well played. All right, moving into this next battle. We have Stunfisk on the lead versus Shadow Nidoqueen. Not the best of matchups on lead, but we'll see a swap straight into Azumarill right here. And they're not swapping out, which tells us that maybe Azumarill does pretty well against this whole team. They are deciding to go for the Earthquake. Well, it could be an Earthquake right here. We'll have to see. He's going to go ahead and let this charge move go through, and it is the Earthquake for quite a bit of neutral damage. Man, XL Azumarill is so tanky. They're bringing in their own Azumarill right here, which tells me they don't have the best answer for it in the back. Could be an Altaria. I don't know why, but there's a lot of teams this season that are Galarian, Stunfisk, Azumarill, and Altaria. It's just my personal experience from what I've been running into. But we know this matchup right here, this Azumarill is so far ahead on energy. It's looking pretty good. And play roughs as well are doing some nice neutral damage. Now, it's going to come down to if they have play rough or not. They do have play rough right there. Okay, so they can actually swap back into the Shadow Nidoqueen and start getting ahead on energy. This is absolutely disgusting right here. Charge move now coming through. They're going to have to shield, right? Ice Beam would be doing a ton of super effective damage. And they can at least farm down. Yeah, they can farm down. We do see the Galarian Stunfisk come back in, and Nidoqueen is about to go to town right here with these Earth Powers. It's going to be doing super effective damage, and we may be booming. No, they get a shield right there. Can they get to another one in time? They still have Scrafty in the back, so we'll have to see what he decides to do. He could let this go and bring in Scrafty. He's going to go ahead and let it go. The Earthquake does one shot right there. Boom! Takes out the Nidoqueen. But Scrafty can come in, everyone, and just load up on energy. So we'll have to see what is in the back. Hopefully, there's not maybe a Charmer in the back. That would be very unfortunate right here. But Power Up Punch, again, boosting that attack here. They don't need to shield. Rock Slides are resisted. Earthquake is not going to do too much damage. So he's going to go ahead. Actually, he does decide to shield that Earthquake right there. He's going to go ahead and farm down. This is still very nice for Scrafty. There's still one shield on the opponent's side. Azumarill is somewhat low, and it's a Sableye in the back. This is looking very, very good. This is a purified Sableye as well, which means it does have return. And if they're counting correctly, they might be able to catch it on the Azumarill. No shield there from Sableye. They're going to go ahead and try to go for a foul play right here. No, they swap into Azumarill to catch the charge move. If this is returned, things are looking very, very good. It is the return. That is a great catch right there. The opponent did undercharge it, though. Good counterplay, meaning they didn't hit any bubbles, so they could try to farm down for more energy. They're going to go ahead and go for another power-up punch right here. This is going to probably be getting the final shield here from the Sableye, which it does, and they can go for the foul play in time, and they don't get the swap into Azumarill, which is perfect. This foul play will be taking out the Sableye. It's going to be Scrafty versus Azumarill in the back, which is extremely low, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. Okay, moving into this next one. We have Nidoqueen on the lead versus XL Lickitung. Interesting matchup right here, but again, this is where Poison Fang comes in so clutch in these matchups because you're constantly lowering the defense of your opponent, which means your fast moves and charge moves are just doing more and more damage. So we don't see a shield on that first one. You probably won't see one on the first two, but you may see one on the third one. Here comes a charge move. It's probably going to be, oh, it could be Power Whip right here. We'll have to see. No, it's just going to be a body slam that does quite a bit of neutral damage anyways. And hopefully they can build up to that Earth Power. No, here comes another body slam. Will Kevin give up a shield? He is going to go ahead and give up a shield. We'll have to see what's in the back. I imagine there might be an Azumarill in the back on this team. And we do see a Pelipper now come in. Alright, a Pelipper swapping in means it's instantly going to get a debuff right here from the Shadow Nidoqueen, and then we will probably... Oh man, that did so much damage. They're going to go ahead and swap into Azumarill to catch the Weather Ball as well, which is a huge catch right here. It's going to be resisted, and remember the defenses are lowered of this Pelipper, which means bubbles are just going to be doing more and more damage. Now, Pelipper is going to have to land a Hurricane, but Azumarill is able to get to this Ice Beam in time. This is going to put that pressure on a shield. The opponent still has 2 shields right here, and they will be getting that first one, which is very nice. And this may be the only counter to a Scrafty as well. We'll have to see how this plays out. Charge Me now coming through. They're going to go ahead and let that Hurricane go through. It is going to do a lot of neutral damage, but Azumarill able to hang on right here. Can it get to the Ice Beam in time? No, it cannot. Weather Ball coming through, but I think Azumarill can survive, and Kevin thinks so as well. Here comes that Weather Ball, able to hold on with 1 HP in a dream, and able to get to this Ice Beam. Ice Beam now is probably going to take out the Pelipper right here, which it does, and they're going to come in and farm down. We'll have to see what they decide to come back in with. Are they going to come in with... Okay, they come back in with a Lickitung. This means Scrafty is just going to go to town, and there is a Medicham in the back, so they're going to swap right away into the Nidoqueen, get this Poison Fang off, but things are not looking good. Counter is going to be doing a lot of damage to Scrafty, and the defense drop hopefully is enough right here, but man, this is going to be a tough matchup in order to win. Charge Move now coming through. It's probably going to be an Ice Punch right here. Could be a Psychic. No, it's going to be the Ice Punch for neutral damage. He's going to have to load up. And a bit of lag. Okay, going to go... No, not able to get to the Power-Up Punch in time. Sadly, this is going to be another Ice Punch. And the opponent is probably just going to safely shield and counter down. He's going to go ahead and go for the foul play here. This is only play. Hopefully they think it's a power-up punch. If it lands, things are looking good. No, the opponent does shield it. So good call by them. But Scrafty will be going down. And that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. Tough one right there. But Medicham in the back is definitely a nice counter there to Scrafty when it has shields. Alright, so we got Nidoqueen versus Stunfisk again on the lead. We're going to see a swap right away into the Azumarill. And again, Galarian Stunfisk looking to land that Earthquake. But man, XL Azumarill right here. They decided to swap out as well on an untimed... That's an interesting catch right there. But able to catch the Ice Beam on the Azumarill, which is nice. But that Galarian Stunfisk is absolutely loaded. So we got another Galarian Stunfisk and Azumarill. Things are spicy today, as you guys can tell. But we're going to go ahead and see a Play Rough now come through. Hopefully, what they can do is align this Nidoqueen to the Azumarill, and hopefully the opponent Azumarill decides to dump its energy, because if Nidoqueen can come in and hard farm like we saw before, things are looking very, very good. Plus, that'll kind of lock in the Galarian Stunfisk so that Scrafty can come in. So we will see Azumarill go for Play Rough right here, and I imagine he's going to want to swap right away into this Nidoqueen. No, he's going to go ahead and let it go. Oh, man. Can he get to the Play Rough in time? He can. This is going to be putting huge pressure on the opponent. The opponent now is so far behind. If they decide to shield right here, which they do, that is absolutely beautiful. They can go ahead and let this go and have that shield advantage for a Shadow Nidoqueen and a Scrafty. And this is Azumarill able to tank the charge move as well, man. XL Azumarill is totally not broken. Alright, so they're going to go ahead and go for Play Rough right here. This is going to be doing neutral damage to the Pelipper, and a lot at that. No shield as well, and they're going to go ahead and swap into the Nidoqueen, and this is, guys, this is good game. This is good game. They still have Scrafty for the Galarian Stunfisk. Azumarill is low, and they don't need to shield these Weather Balls, even though that does so much damage. They just need to go for a Poison Fang right here. This is going to put huge pressure on that final shield from the opponent, and if they do decide to shield, which they don't, this is game over either way. Galarian Stunfisk comes in, drops its energy right away. This is probably just going to be a Rock Slide as well, which is resisted, but it will be enough to chip down. Scrafty's going to come in and sweep, and that is going to be a good game. Very well played. He can easily double shield right here if he wants to. He does need to be concerned about some potential energy in the back on Azumarill. And there it is. There is the energy on Azumarill. So he's going to go ahead and probably shield right here. Wow, he let it go. Oh, okay. He hit the shield. I thought he let it go right there. He's going to go ahead and use another power-up punch to take out the Azumarill and just fast move down the Galarian Stunfisk. And that is going to be a good battle. Very well played to the opponent. So again, able to get shield, able to sweep with Scrafty right here is always nice. The Earthquake is not going to do enough damage, and Scrafty's going to be able to take this one. Another power-up punch coming through. He's got to get that final shield, and counters should be enough to take it out before it gets to a Rock Slide, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. All right. Moving into this next one, we have Nidoqueen on the lead versus this. Oh man, this is a good lead right here. We're gonna see the opponent swap right away into Sableye, which means Scrafty can come in right away and absolutely shred. Now, this Sableye is purified, as you can tell from the animation on it. That white glow tells you that it's a purified Sableye, which most likely means it has returned. Able to land the foul play as well, which is beautiful. They probably can let this go as well. Return won't one-shot. It will do a lot of damage, but because of that dark typing, Shadow Claws aren't going to do too much, and they can just go ahead and go for Power-Up Punch right here. Force a shield from the Sableye if they want to try to win Switch, or just take the Switch advantage. They do get a shield, which is beautiful. Counters, can he take it down? Simultaneous KO. Are they going to risk it and come back in with Azumarill? Can Nidoqueen realign, or are they just going to come in with their own Azumarill right here? He's going to come in with the Nidoqueen, and it's a Altaria in the back. Going to go ahead and go for the Poison Fang right here to lower that defense of the Altaria. He has his own Azumarill, so things are still looking good. He's going to go ahead and swap into that, and that is going to be a good, the battler top lefted, which means they surrendered. So good game, very well played, but having 2-to-1 shields is definitely very advantageous. All right, so we got a Alolan Ninetales on the lead. They're going to swap out right away into a Diggersby, and we will see a Scrafty now come in. Again, a very favorable matchup right here. But what's great about Diggersby is it has access to Fire Punch, which does do neutral damage right here to Scrafty, but not too much. So Scrafty can just load up, go for some power-up punches, really boost its attack, and even if that Alolan Ninetales comes back in, it's still going to take a lot of damage from counters as well. Now, we'll have to see if it is a Charm Alolan Ninetales. We didn't see them do a fast move. They just swapped right away, so we don't have that information. But Earthquake, oh wow, that lands. But Scrafty able to hold on as he does, holding on to his pants right here. Able to go for a power-up punch. No shield from the opponent, and he will be able to farm down right there. That was very, very close. Alright, so we will see Alolan Ninetales come in. I didn't see the animation. I think it was Charm. And we will see a Jellicent now come in, which is definitely not ideal, but he's going to go ahead and go for the Earth Power right here. This is going to do neutral damage and look to force a shield from the opponent. The opponent does not shield, which means he can safely come in with a Azumarill, and things are looking very good. This Jellicent most likely has Shadow Ball, which means it's going to have to be throwing these in order to do neutral damage. Otherwise, the Ice Beam or the Bubble Beam will not be enough. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and see this Azumarill load up on energy and just go for Play Roughs right here to take out the Jellicent. If it decides to let it go, it will one-shot the Jellicent, but no, Jellicent's going to go ahead and start shielding, which means Nidoqueen has even better matchup against the Alolan Ninetales in the back in a 2-to-1 shield, because remember, Poison Jabs are doing super effective to Fairies, so things are looking very good. We do see a swap back into the Alolan Ninetales, and I believe this is a Charm Alolan Ninetales, which makes sense why they swapped out so fast both times. They decided to let it go, but Nidoqueen is going to be able to come in and absolutely tear through this Alolan Ninetales right here. They can safely shield. Weather Ball will obviously be doing super effective damage, but things are looking very, very good. They can just go for Poison Fangs against the Jellicent in the back, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. This thing does have some energy though, but it's not over, but it's kind of over. Poison Fangs right here will be getting the final shield, and they can just fast move down. Safely shield this charge move. This is going to be close. If this is Bubble Beam right here and they have Shadow Ball, it is going to be Bubble Beam. So now this is going to be a race to the next charge move. Who's going to get to it in time? Nidoqueen able to secure the victory right here, going for this Poison Fang. Now it is going to be resisted, but remember that defense drop is going to be enough to take it out, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. I believe that was the final one. Yeah, that was the final one. So Kevin able to get to Veteran super early in the season. First 2 weeks, which is really awesome to see. Huge congrats on hitting Veteran this early in the season with a really strong and really great team that you guys can use in Go Battle League. So thank you, Kevin, again for sharing this with us. If you guys want to go check out his Twitch channel, there's links down in the description. Again, huge congrats on winning your Silpharina tournament, and fantastic team right there. So like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.